Big river, big song. So we're in E, and you got the riff. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just teach you the solo first, and then we'll just do the song. It's such a fun little playing the solo. You learn the song, and you're in E, and you know the E formation is kind of in that area, and the melody of it is on the fifth string on that B note, and what you're doing is going B A B A, and I would go down up, and then you just get a nice gnarly third fret G, and then an open E. Down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. I'm doing down, up, down. Whatever you want, just make some down ups because it's gotta go fast. Let me see if I can do it all down. You can do it all down if you want to. I recommend down, up, down, up, down, down. Anyway, take a minute to just learn how to do that. Down, 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 down. And while you do that, I'm gonna have a nice piece of Nicorette, and then I'll show you the next bit. And the next bit is just playing rhythm on an E. And for Johnny Cash rhythm, you don't even really need this finger. You can still hold it if you want, but it's kind of just the bottom three strings. So the classic is 6th string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string. 6, 4. Yeah, 6, 4, 5, 4. That's how you do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can put a little bounce in there. See what you do? Bump, 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 bump. And you can mute with this hand too, but don't get too fancy. That's an E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the skill, man. And then you put that together with the riff, and like the last note of the riff is the first note of the do. You know, it's the E. Okay. So you're going da na 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 na. You gotta land that note too. And then you can do the riff again if you want. And it creates a loop. And if you can play that as a loop, it means you can play the basic song. I got a lot of mute on there. Don't worry if it's perfect. And that's the basic riff. And I think in the solo we'll do the solo first. So in the solo you first do 2 of them. And then the riff moves up a string. what you do is go to the fourth string for the da-na-na-na. So you're playing the second fret of the fourth string to open, and then you go back to the B and go to an open A. So that's the new variation. Same riff, just you could even bend that a little bit, but not as much, because that note is out of key, like you know, that's a minor tone. So take a minute to practice that. And the chord goes to an A major chord, but once again you only need 3 strings of it, and you're going to do that same pattern. Now to practice that, you can loop it. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, now let's combine that with our E version. Oh yeah. And then back to E. I'll do that all again without making any mistakes, swear to God. I made a mistake. There's a little hesitation in there. That's music, though. I feel like the more supposedly easy something is, it's still easy to screw it up. It's kind of like cooking that way, I think, you know? Okay, so next section, you're going to go to a B7 chord. And once again, you don't need the full B7, you just need the bottom. In this case, you just need these 2 fingers of it. So what we're going to do is adapt the riff to get to that. Let me get rid of that thing. So you do the same beginning of the riff, dee-da, dee-da, and then you go to the first fret of the same string. So that's on the 5th string, 2 0 2 0 1 2, da na 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 na. Pretty weird, eh? And then this finger goes to the first fret of the 4th string for the chord part. And then this guy just goes from the 5th string to the bass note on the 6th string. You see, like that? Let's just take a minute actually to practice that rhythm. Very heavy sound. I should mention though, the recording of this, it sounds, and I watched a live video of them doing it too, and it sounds like it's an F. But in the video too, you see they don't got, you could put if you want to play along with the recording, you could put a capo on the 1st fret. But in the live video of it, it still sounds like, so I think they were tuning, once again, I think they were tuning their instruments a bit sharp. And it's such an interesting, this is Luther Perkins on guitar. And I just wonder about that band, like, you got that train rhythm, and this kind of, and it's like, how did they, and now they've got the guitars tuned a bit sharp, probably for the vocal. You know, did they have I always feel like the big question about the Tennessee 3 or the Tennessee 2 is like, did they have a meeting to discuss their sound? Or did they just play like that? Because nobody else really plays like that in country. Like, people do bass lines and stuff, but these guys are so just, I don't know, it's such a clear aesthetic. Did they get together and decide how to do this stuff? It's totally one of the big mysteries. They should do a Tennessee 2 box set and then have Giles Martin remix it. Okay, so here's this new thing, new riff variation, and then the B7. Okay, so that's your 3 pieces of the puzzle. So let's do a little roundup. We got the original way, and then again, and then the up a string way to an A chord, back to the original, B version. And then back to the original. And your finger's right where it needs to be. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Screwed up. I'll do it again. Just see if I can really focus. And then it goes a bit faster on the recording, like even faster. It's impossible to play. Don't try to do that at home. Just gradually work up to it, and I'm not going to try to do it either, but now the basic rest of the song, you got you can just do your rhythm in E. You got 6 bars of E. I taught the weeping willow how to cry, 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 show the clouds how to cover up then you go to an F sharp. Now, you can just do a power chord, index finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and the pinky, and you just do your rhythm on that. And you just do 1 bar of that. And you go to B. 2 bars of that. So I think that gives you, or let me just count this out. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah, so it gives you a 9-bar phrase. And then, so let's just put that together a couple times. 1, 2, 3. I taught weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. Show the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And then the next part is E to A. Tears I cry for that woman. I'm gonna. It's 2 bars of E. Flood you, big river. 2 bars of A. And I'm gonna sit right. 1 bar of E. 1 bar of B7. And then E. Okay? So that's 6 bars of E, 1 bar of F sharp, 2 bars of B7, then 2 bars of E, 2 bars of A, and then 1 bar of E, 1 bar of B, and then 2 bars of E. So, hard to keep track of. But if you know the song, it's 1. Weeping willow, cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. The tears I cry for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Got it. And that's the form of the tune. Now the next thing I want to talk about is just regular chords. If you don't want to do the Johnny Cash rhythm all the time, you can just go regular E. Weeping willow, how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a. Now your F sharp, a nice move for that. If you don't want to, you can do a big 2 fret, 2nd fret full bar chord. Or you could just do an F and move it up and just don't hit the 6th string. Clear blue, and then B7. So that would be, and then after that it's E, A, E, B, E. Taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. Show the clouds how to cover up a magical sky. But the tears I cry for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. So if you got that, especially getting that, I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Nice easy move. You just keep this finger and it's like this goes down and that goes in, and so practice that, because that is going to be a stumbling block. I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Now that brings us to the just great little rhythm guitar, or the acoustic guitar riff, which is like you shoot over to a G and go down, up, down, up, down, down. And that's Johnny Cash playing that part. That's the Johnny part. And he tends to throw that in whenever there's a gap. So well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. The tears I cry for that woman gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. Tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. And I heard my dream right downstream, cavorting in Davenport. I followed you, big river, when you called. I think it goes twice between the verses. And so that, you got to get that in there too. And it kind of makes you think like, well, could I combine the... Like if you, in an ideal world, one guy would be able to play that part, and then his buddy, if you had a buddy, it would be like da na 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 na, and then he would go. Or you could pretend to be your own buddy, like I just was there, and that's da 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 da. See, that note is right there in the E chord, so if you go, it's actually kind of easy to do it that way. So that would be, we're getting into a third kind of level of the song, which is just mixing and matching the Luther part with the Johnny part. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cry for that woman are gonna... Oh, and you can do a little walk up there. Boom. Flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Solo. I like doing the solo playing. So, wow, so much in the song, and I think we covered all the bases there. Yeah, oh, for an intro, I think you could lead with the Luther and then go with the Johnny second for the, I would go... I notice if I throw that in, I need a bar to like get ready to... Well, I taught weeping willow. So you could do that as an intro, or you could just do pure Luther, like... Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cry for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I think there's another lyrics there, but that'll get us through the song, and yeah, hopefully that. I would say this kind of tune, just pick one. Uh, pick one thing to focus on. Go for this kind of thing for a while, and then just bring in the chords. But really, all you need are the basic chords, I think, because it's the song is the song. You don't have to be so strict about keeping that thing going unless you're doing a Tennessee 2 cover band or Tennessee 3 cover band. So yeah, man. Big River, best song.